G'day guys and girls, how are ya? Welcome to the channel. It's a nice warm summery day. Hope you've had a good New Year, Christmas. Yeah, so a bit of an exciting day. Going to take one of my family's cars out for a drive. I'm one of the only other people that sort of drive it between me and my uncle. So yeah, you'll see that now. Alrighty, we have here a 72 LJ Torana in the green, straight 6 engine. It's a 2850 motor. It's all original. GDR dash, 4-speed on the floor. Done the checks, it's got oil, water, need a new radiator cap, it's probably not sealing. Got brake fluid, take it off charge, hook the battery up, and let's see how she goes. Got to move this out of the way. Hey?
Yeah, just pump it.
Yeah, I'll get the choke. Yeah. Need the key. I got power.
Yeah, just needs a bit more fuel and stuff.
Misfiring.
Yeah.
Take a bit. Choke's off. Made it on its journey. Stanwell tops. Alrighty, back in the Mark II. So hope you like that little sort of couple clips I got of the Torana. It's a pretty unique car to us. Pops had it for, I think he brought it from brand new, so he's the one owner. It's pretty rare and it's all original, and it's a lovely car to drive. It feels so fun. I didn't get too many driving clips, it was a bit hard. Just enjoyed the day out with my dad driving around in it. So I'm in the Mark II. So since my last video, I've actually loaded a new tune into it that my tuner sent me. So it's just one like over email. It's driving quite nice. It makes a bit more power, probably with less boost, which is probably safer. You can't dyno it or anything. It's just being at a holiday period, it's quite difficult, but the car's driving really nice and sounds good and responsive, and I can drive it again. I'm stoked. Also, the turbo makes different noises. It kind of like flutters a bit different, a bit higher pitched, and flutters earlier with less boost. It's kind of different. I don't know what that means or if everything's right. But I'll get on the highway here. so much fun to drive now. I love it. Alright, here we have this afternoon's job. This is a factory dash fascia because mine cracked in the sun. It cracked in here first, and then when I was removing it I dropped it onto the gear shift and cracked here. So this whole piece came out and I had to glue it back in. I was quite annoyed. So I've masked this up because this one's got silver here like my trim, but this piece is grey. As you can see, my interior is black, so I'm going to attempt to paint it. I couldn't find another piece or factory piece in black. This is the actual factory one. It has the same part number, just with grey. So if anyone's looking for it, that is the part number for this one without the screen in it. The reason it cracked was because the previous owner put swinging vents in the car, and these screws all in the back he fractured and they cracked, which made especially this corner here weak, and then yeah, the sun got to it and it cracked right through. Oh, get rid of that noise. Yeah, so this is the one in the car. You can see where I've glued it and it cracked and looks terrible. As you can see, it's black with the silver bit of trim here, which is a fixed piece. It's just painted different to the rest. So all this, once I pull it out, it pretty much at the moment it's just flopping around in there. It's that loose because he broke every screw in behind here. So that'll come out really easy, and then hopefully I can get it to match. I brought a matte black because this isn't that shiny, so we'll see how it goes. I'm a bit worried about painting it, but it's the best I can do. Alright, like they say, preparation is the key. Masked up, I put some cardboard down. So I've got some wax and grease remover. I've got this plastic adhesion primer. I've never used it before, but it was actually recommended from this bottle to use it. So this is what I'm going to paint it. It's a vinyl fabric paint. It says it's ideal for dashboards and door panels and whatnot. So yeah, I got the matte color. So I mean, it looks really close to what that is already, but I'm hoping it goes a bit more dark because that's not the car color. Test spray, definitely darker than the grey. Does seem to splatter a little bit, so hopefully the nozzle behaves, but I'll just do light coats. Alright, I've cleaned it. Time to do the adhesion primer. It says not to do any of this in humidity, but when isn't Australia humid? It's kind of hard to avoid, but I've got plenty of air here, so the door open and see how it goes. Alright, that's one layer. It says wait 5 to 10 minutes and then do it again. Alright, that stuff dries really clear. It's probably close to being fully dry, and I can then put the vinyl paint on and get this thing black. So probably just might do like 3 thin coats just to get it on there nice and even and avoid any runs. By the looks of that, it's going to be very close to my dash colour, so it should look better than a cracked dash. Let's see if I can not bugger this up, film and paint at the same time. Very thin, but it's definitely gone black. So I'll let that dry and keep doing coats and repeat. Yeah, so it's only one thin coat, as you can still see the yellow through the tape, but you can see the grey on this side, and it's darker and black on the front where I haven't painted. So it's only one coat, so it might darken up, and it should be close to my dash, I reckon. Well, it's all done. I matched it to the car interior. It's like perfect. I can hardly tell any difference between it and the factory panels. I've took the tape off. That is still nice and silver. It looks like factory, so that worked really well, and it was really easy to paint with this stuff. Came out of the nozzle pretty good. I highly rate it. So if you're thinking about doing any black plastic, yeah, get this stuff. It was really good, and apparently it dries flexible, and yeah, it's like safe to touch after 30 minutes, and yeah, it looks great. It's flexible, and yeah, it like didn't bubble or anything, and I guess it helps that the factory panel is like got that texture to it that makes it like a wrinkle black, but easy, very good. Alright, there's the other one out. I actually cracked it again pulling it out. It wasn't strong at all in the light. This one's, it's pretty much the same. Like, I can't really tell any difference besides maybe the factory one's a little oilier, like greasier, I don't know. I'm happy with it because when I brought the car, it had this like sticky mark from like a phone holder or something here, and I could never get it off, so that means that I've got rid of that problem as well. This is the tray that sits in here. You can see that it's supposed to all have screws in it and whatnot, but this here is the factory tray, but you can see it's not in there because there was no screws at all holding any of this in. Like, all this is just, you can see this is flopping around. I'll show you the back. So yeah, you can see where the screw was. Snap that. All the screws down in here have cracked. All the mounts which hold this part in, they're all cracked. So by swapping all this over, I get all new attachment points in this. So I've got all the factory screws in a bag waiting for me as well, so I'm going to go and do that now. So yeah, I ordered some factory screws, so the ones I don't have, so they look different to what was in the car. So I'm guessing that, yeah, the person who put the other ones in, they were definitely wrong. So if you want factory screws, these are the numbers. I believe it's that one there. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are the right ones. I ordered them off the picture or diagram for this that the screws pointed to, and this is what turned up, and they're the same part number. Gets in focus, but they're a bit big. So I've tried them in the old one where the bolts would usually go and matched up with the thread. That's a snapped piece, but yeah, this just seems way too big, like it's gonna push in and snap. And then when I look at whatever leftover screws I do have in this thing, they're like a Goldie, like smaller screw. So I'm thinking that they're not the right ones, so I might have to double check that and buy my own. Alright, there it is, all changed over to the new one. No more cracks, no more sticky residue. The colours, that's the original colour, that's my colour I painted. I think there's a very slight difference, but nothing you won't notice inside the car. It probably looks the worst from this angle. But as I come around and the shine hits it, it shines about the same. So it's really, really close. Pretty happy with that. I didn't get all the screws in the back because I don't have them, and these are definitely too big. Even the tinier ones that I used that were in it already, they were a bit tight to put in, but I just did the old sort of put it in a bit, pull it out, put it in. And they work themselves in pretty good, and they're all holding down nice and tight, nothing cracked. So I've just put them in the best locations possible, but all this stuff is held in tight now. The vents, I don't have any screws in the back of the vents, but they have like retaining clips anyway, so they can't really go anywhere, and they're not something you push on, but I will find some more screws somewhere at a local store or something. It's probably easiest, and then just tighten those last few down. And I do need some for down here that screw to the dash, but there's big clips I've got which are on this one. I've got two. I realised I'm missing some. Well, that one snapped off, so I do need another two of them as well. Alrighty, I'm happy with that. No more cracks. It's pretty much a colour match. Like for the rest of the dash, I can't really see any difference at all. It's so good. Nice and clean, fresh, no more sticky mark, everything fit in. Didn't get all the screws in it, but I think it's going to pop out easy enough where I can just put more in later. I'm so happy this works like straight away now, because in the previous one it sort of caught and was like binding, and it never opened. Now it works heaps easier, so that's another win. But other than that, I just need to clean the dash, and that's back to new. Car's back in the garage. Got a dog here, Luna. Hey. So yeah, it's all packed up. Happy with that dash. It's sick. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm gonna keep doing more videos. I'll go for more drives, get the other cars out. Yeah, see you next time.